Bum 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 ba hey ba bum 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 ba hey ba da da. Ladies and gentlemen, CocoSports.com proudly presents Wrestle AM. It's half wrestling show, half morning show, pretty much all BS. And of course, you got the Coco crew here on It Down Live. Yours truly, sexiest man on all internet wrestling radio. That's right, Boom Boom here, shaking the room live from, wait for it, Curveball Mobile in Sweet Home, Alabama. That's right, kids, I've moved. And of course, I'm joined by the illustrious, way across Japan, no far and wide, as Dave Coco.
A little rusty, man. It feels weird. We haven't done a pay-per-view profits in like 800 years, but this is the year we're going to try to get back into content. I'm going to try to get as many videos up as I can because slowly but surely I'm becoming old and want to retire and want my old life back. Step one, make your tube videos.
Well, Coco, you usually have to work, for a substantial amount of time before you can retire.
Hey, brother. I got a bear accountant who's balancing the budget. But no, what you call it? I just basically the great. I've been saying this all day when it coming back, as the great philosopher HBK once said, "I lost my smile, then I found it and made YouTube videos." I think that's what he said, right? Anyway,
yes, and don't you have a bird lawyer too?
A bear lawyer. I do have a bear lawyer. I also have a Filipino lawyer who's tough as nails. But anyway, focus. Welcome back to pay-per-view profits. You can put your predictions down below. You win. You give yourself a Barry Horowitz. And if you're ever in the mean streets of Yokohama, no matter what the situation is, I'll high-five you. Just be like, dude, I won pay-per-view profits, Wrestle Kingdom 15. I'll be like, yo, bro, I got to high-five him. Got to, This is the first Wrestle Kingdom I won't go to because of the situation. We did an update video, which is uploading now. And I am a school teacher, part-time. I'm retired, part-time school teacher. And I promised the school I wouldn't go to any big events. And Wrestle Kingdom 15 is considered a big event.
Yeah,
so
pretty big.
So let's get our predictions going, sir.
Yeah, it's New Japan's biggest show here. It's actually going to be starting at the time of this recording. It'll be starting in just a few hours. It'll be starting about 3, 4 o'clock in the morning my time over here in Central Time, and I think it's just a few hours. What time is it? About 6, 7 o'clock your time?
I think it's the pre-show starts at 4. Just if you're watching this live, like not live, but if you're watching it instantly, I'll be on Scrub in Japan's Twitch channel with live reaction. So come join us, and we'll probably do a show with him later. But yeah, the pre-show starts about 4.5 hours from us recording this. So nothing like pay-per-view profits right down to the wire.
Exactly. At least we got it. I should mention that the Tokyo Dome will not be filled to capacity because of the COVID. There will be a couple of stardom matches, but they will be dark matches that will not be broadcasted, so that won't be on New Japan World or Fight TV, so only for the Tokyo Dome crowd. But glad to see the girls are back. All right, Coco, let's get into this. The card here. Now, I got to know, am I with, laid back, cool Coco, or am I reviewing this with hipster Coco?
I've decided this, and Wrestle Ranted said there's different fans. And in the Japan fan base, there's something called an elite wrestling fan. And I think it's older people that are just fed up. I really think New Japan has to show the Japanese market they're not listening to a country that's loud and can't sell out in their stadium. So like right now, a lot of Japanese fans feel like, okay, you're listening to loud North American fans that don't sell out stadiums when you go there. And okay, there's going to be a huge upset in February. A guy that doesn't deserve the title. And you're not going to have the best guy win the title because a country that can't sell out their stadium is forcing you to book against your will. Right now, if Ibushi and Okada are not champs, a lot of my elite wrestling friends don't want to go. I mean, they got shit to do. We didn't shut down. We have jobs. So, it's the king of sports. You should have a champion that's the best in the world. That's it. So I feel like going into this, there is a group of Japanese fans that if it's not Okada and Ibushi, call me. Like, I know, the 19 has a huge factor. You know what I mean? But there is no interest. I was like, dude, you want to have a pizza party? Like, what the fuck's the point? I'll watch the Okada match later. And that is a fucking common thing. So I think New Japan has to balance it. And I think they've been going too far. Because here's the thing. If you want an American product, why not do New Japan USA? Wait, they are. And you're not watching it. Thank you. Thank you. No, I just think they have to have the best wrestler in the world, king of sports, be it. And right now, I feel the majority of people feel that's Ibushi and Okada. I mean, Naito is super popular, but, you know, this is what I know. I went on Wrestling Rant show and said, Naito has lost a step or two. And North American fans are like, are you out of your fucking mind? When you say that, I know you haven't been watching long. That's all I'm saying. When you're like, oh, he's lost a step or two, you're fucking out of your mind. Oh, you're a new fan. No need to fucking say. Either that or you just say anything Gato touches turns to gold. So I'm going in open-minded. I haven't been watching as much because, wow, February, fucking Boom Boom's champ. Ooh. Like, okay, cool. Wake me the fuck up when a real champ's here. So I find it to be interesting, but I think they have a hard balancing act. And I think fans, especially older Japanese fans, are not fucking feeling it. You know? And I hope they save it. You know, I want it to be worldwide, but I think there is growing pains right now. And I think this is the year they have to balance it. And that's why I think at the end of the day, Ibushi has to walk out. Because here's the thing. You might be a Jay White fan. You might be an Evil fan. But you're not the ones not going to the show, depending on champion. You're the passionate fans that are going to show up anywhere and think Gato touches the gold. Japanese fans are like, oh, Jay White's the champ? Okay, well, cool. Tell me when there's a real champ. You know, and that's a factor. So it's a different way of looking. Now, there might be some New Japan fans that love everything they do, but my little circle here in Japan is not that. So I'm hoping hopefully they steer the ship in the right direction. Your thoughts, Booms?
I'm looking forward to. I'm looking for something that somewhat resembles normal again. Um, I haven't really followed New Japan since about the early stages of the Best of the Super Juniors because I had to move and I'm getting settled down here. So it's going to be good to kind of catch up with everything. I'm actually excited because it's the biggest event of the year. It kind of puts a ribbon or a bow rather on the past year and sets the tone for the new year. So I look forward to this every year.
And I just want to add something. With this year, with not Japan shutting down, you moving, I think a lot of people are going to Wrestle Kingdom catching up. I mean, you might have super fans that be like, but do you want the tag team tournament day 7? Like, bitch, people need to work. No one's watching that, you know? So I think it's going to be elite fans, busy fans coming back. And I think it's a lot of pressure on New Japan. I really think that. And I hope they deliver. All right, let's get into the predictions, sir.
All right, first we got the New Japan Rambo. Basically, it's the New Japan Rumble. However, there's going to be some stipulations this year. The final 4 competitors left standing in this New Japan Rambo will then compete the next night in a King of Pro Wrestling or a match for the King of Pro Wrestling Championship. Now, Coco, I don't know who's in it. I've not seen any listings of who is supposed to be in this one. So do you want to take a stab at who you think's going to wind up in the final 4?
I'm going to be completely honest. I don't give a fuck. I just give it.
There we go. There we go.
The King of Japan thing was a fucking joke. The whole fucking thing was a joke. It was a goddamn joke by the time it was fucking started. Yano winning it's a fucking joke. Just bring back the fucking New Japan Rumble. Do you know why the New Japan Rumble was fucking great? Because you went there, you went to go see who fucking won, and then not only that, but like you would be sitting there with this old fucking Japanese fan, be like, "Let me tell you about the Hashimoto." Rest in peace, Hashimoto. Let me tell you about the Masawa. But then, like, there would be a fucking random guy that comes out, the Wikipedia audience would know, but it would be great to sit next to an old school Japanese fan and be like, yo, dude, this guy was the bomb in 1908. And you're like, no fucking way. And, like, you start a conversation. It was great. Rambo, fucking King of Pro Wrestling, none of this counts. It's not real. That's my prediction. I want to have, like, the Carl from Aqua Teen Hunger Force. None of this fucking matters. Not a fucking soul. I'm hoping it's a young guy. You know, try to get some guy
Uh,
on the map.
for the final four, I'm just going to take a random stab at it
All right, go
here.
for it. That's a lot better
Okay.
than my prediction.
Okay, my random, and these are just completely random. These are not based off of anything. So first, I'm going to put Taro Yano because I think they're going to have him defend because this type of match was made for him. I think to balance it out, they'll put in Bad Luck Fale and Minoru Suzuki, who's sadly missing from this card, which kind of breaks my heart. And then finally, I think they'll probably another curveball. I'm going to go with Yoshihashi.
I want to
That's
fucking kill myself.
Dude. Again, this is all completely random, based off nothing.
All right, I'm gonna say Suzuki because he's super popular in Japan, super popular overseas. His career, who knows when it's gonna end? Probably, you know, he's winding his career down, so we'll see him for the next 60 years. Uh, so, I give it my prediction Suzuki just because I'm lazy.
I thought you were going to say Pain.
Pain. It is. It's gonna be pain. Who knows? Maybe it'll be exciting. I don't know. I shouldn't be so negative. All right, let's go.
All right, next we're going to have Kenta defending his briefcase, which gives him an opportunity at the IWGP United States Heavyweight Championship against Satoshi Kojima, who is filling in for Juice Robinson, who suffered, I think it was a fractured orbital bone, so he's out. Satoshi Kojima's in. I think my Stone Cold Lock of the Century of the week is going to be Kenta retaining. I guess maybe to make this little part right here just interesting. Coco, I know that hindsight's always 2020, but and I think had New Japan or held the world known exactly how bad COVID was going to get, do you think they should have, or maybe even later should have stripped uh, John Moxley of that championship and basically just be like, look, it's not his fault. He wanted to defend it, but there's travel restrictions, there's quarantine periods. He's unable to defend it, so we're going to strip him of it. However, once everything clears back up, he'll get the opportunity to challenge for it immediately as soon as he's able to come back. Do you think that
Uh,
they should have done something like that?
yes, I think so. The only thing that can save this is if Moxley's at night two. Um,
I was wondering about that too because remember when he did the Brody Lee tribute, he was at uh, maybe at his house, an undisclosed location, but he was off. But now AEW's promoting him to being live there on January 6th. So even even if I mean I don't think he's going to be able to hop a flight, and even if he could, I doubt they would let him off the plane or even in the arena without quarantining for a couple of weeks, and then allowing him to hop back on a plane, fly back to the United States, and then go jump onto a AEW show. I mean, I like what you're thinking, but I just think logistically it's impossible.
yeah, I think that they should have stripped him for him a long time ago and just give him a rematch later. As far as the match goes, I think Kenta's gonna win, but these are two older wrestlers. It's weird saying that about Kenta. How much have we, dude? How old are we? Fucking Kenta's now considered an old guy. Remember when Kenta was lighting it up and fucking is carrying Noah? That feels like it was yesterday. Leave the memories alone. We have two older guys. Kashima, I'm a big fan of, former MLW champ. Kenta, I'm a big fan of, and I just want to see these guys go at it one time and go all out. Um, I thought we were gonna see the old Kenta, and all we got was WWE Kenta and a new T-shirt. That's all we got.
Ouch. Ouch.
Um, and granted, you can't fight Kenta Noah style forever. He is a human being. He's not a fucking robot. But on the biggest stage of all, 1-4 Tokyo Dome, I'd like to see him go all out. My prediction's Kenta, but I just I just want a glimpse of why we fucking loved Kenta back in the day. And if you guys think Kenta's amazing now, newer fans, please go back and see his Noah stuff, man. Go back and see his Noah stuff. And yeah, I don't know. It's just two guys that I love that I think Father Time is catching up to him. You know what I mean? So it'd be
Yeah.
nice to see them just show the world what they can do one more time.
Right. Next, we have a bout for the IWGP Tag Team Championships. We have the champions, the Dangerous Tekkers, that's Taichi and Zack Sabre Jr., defending against the winners of the World Tag League, the Guerrillas of Destiny. So, Coco, does Suzuki-gun stand tall, or does Guerrillas of Destiny finally get the monkey off their back and they actually win the tag league and successfully go on to challenge and win the tag team titles?
It's got to be God. It's got to be like, I don't know. I just fucking Taichi. I don't know. Someone in the comments tell me why he's fucking good. Because there's always that one guy. He's not bad. Um,
Taichi is one of those guys that frustrated me. Yeah, he really frustrated me because I felt like, he was always just kind of, especially when he was a junior heavyweight, I felt like he was just kind of lazy. He was just kind of going through the motions. And then he had like a really good match with Tanahashi, and I was just like, and then he had another, I forgot who it was with, he had another good match. I was like, this guy can actually have, when he moved up to the heavyweight division, I think it might have been against Naito, but it was like he can have a good match when he wants to. And I think since he moved up to the heavyweight division, he's gotten a little bit better presentation. In fact, I really loved that match he had against Kota Ibushi in the G1, where they just did nothing but throw straight kicks for 18 minutes.
Gorilla Dusty has to win. It's just,
Mm-hmm.
here's the thing. The tag team division is dying in every company almost, except AEW. But almost every company, the tag team division's dying. And if you only have one good tag team, just let them be champions forever until you build up a new tag team. It just seems like these guys are thrown together, and a lot of times, I don't know, maybe I'm fucking picky because a lot of people will will be like, well, the Dangerous Tekkers been together for fucking whatever amount of time they've been together, but they don't feel like a tag team. It feels like Taichi and Zack Sabre Jr. I'm gonna root for God. Um, yeah, I I don't know. I just think if you don't have a tag team division, just put it on your strongest tag team and then try to build up someone around that.
Coco, I'm going to go with God as well. But let me ask you this from a booking standpoint. When you were a booker, what's so difficult about booking tag teams and tag team divisions and feuds and rivalries outside, especially outside like the tag team titles?
In independence, it's contracts and money. Like you have to pay double for a tag team match if you're, paying your wrestlers the proper wage. On top of that, it's people have to sacrifice. Like Bret, just to pick on Hart Foundation. Nowadays, Bret Hart would be like, I could be a main eventer, but I'm here with Anvil. And Anvil could be like, I could be a mid carder, but I'm here with Bret Hart. So like both wrestlers have to sacrifice their single pushes, which probably they make a lot more money, bigger stars and all that. Second is, Tonga and Loa and tag teams like the Briscoes have to sacrifice their individual careers. The second thing is that if you do convince a team to stick together, then how many of those guys can you convince? How many Young Bucks are there? How many Gorillas of Destinies are there? How many Briscoes are there? So you have to be a little unselfish in a very selfish world for the tag team division to work. And the second thing is like, um, if you don't have these unselfish wrestlers, you don't have teams, and you have too many championship belts. What do you do? So like, if you don't have the tag teams like the AEW has, then just go out there and make one dominant team. That's what I say.
Okay. Well, I mean, makes a little bit more sense now. And plus, especially paying the double part, because I mean, think about it. Why, if you're from a money standpoint, why would you want to pay four people for one match when you can pay four people to have two matches?
Well, that's more of an independent problem than a New Japan problem.
Mm-hmm.
The New Japan problem is more of you have to sacrifice. Because look at some of the great tag teams. The British Bulldogs. You think they would sacrifice their single runs now? Do you think Bret Hart would sacrifice his single run now in today's generation? So yeah, that's made the major problem. Plus, they don't have enhancement talent as much. Like, they don't build people up. And in the tag team division, especially WWE and in New Japan, they don't fucking waste much time with it, you know? And then both companies have 2 sets of tag team titles. It's ridiculous. So, yeah. All right, next match, sir.
Next, we got some junior heavyweight action here. We've got the Best of the Super Juniors winner, Hamaru Takahashi, taking on the Super J Cup winner, El Phantasmo. Coco, I'm gonna think this is gonna try. They're gonna try to steal the show right here. I'm looking forward to this match.
I'm looking forward to this match. Takahashi, he really popped up on my radar at Wrestle Kingdom. And this, as a fan of me, you could be having great matches, but then there's having great matches in the Tokyo Dome. And I just think this might be El Phantasmo's Tokyo Dome match, you know? I don't know. Not everyone thinks like me. But if you're having great matches and you haven't done it at the Tokyo Dome, that's, you know, having a great match at the Tokyo Dome brings you up another level. And I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to predict Takahashi wins, but yeah. Like, and that's the thing too, like, I don't know. I don't want to fucking get into this drama. But we need Jay White to have a great match. Not a great match by his super fans. A great match by the whole thing on the biggest stage of all. And I don't think he's had that yet, so I'm looking forward to night 2. But yeah, Takahashi I think is winning this, but it will be nice to see who steps up on the big stage.
Well, yeah, it's going to be the winner of this is going to take on Taiji Ishimori the next night for the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship. And I really don't picture them doing Bullet Club versus Bullet Club action. Now, then again, this is New Japan, and I've been wrong before. But I think Hiromu is like probably one of their most popular stars. So I think it would be a mistake to not put him up against the champion the next night. And I think that would move some more tickets. Even though it's limited capacity, it's still about moving tickets. And I think you gotta have. I mean, El Phantasmo is going to give him everything that he wants and more. But I got Hiromu coming out on top.
All right. Next match?
Next match is kind of a singles match here. We have the Great Okard. That's he's come back from excursion. He joined the Empire with Will Ospreay. He's going to be taking on the veteran, the ace, Hiroshi Tanahashi. Coco, this reminds me of a few years ago when Jay White had come back from excursion and Ring of Honor, made a challenge and debuted against Tanahashi in the Dome. So it reminds me a lot of that. Now, do you think it's going to be like it was last time, where Tanahashi just gets the win and try to get some exposure for the Great Okard, or do we, now, Tanahashi, his career's starting to wind down. He's entering like I'm not going to throw dirt on him. I'm not saying he's done, but he's winding down. I don't think he's going to be in the heavyweight title scene, but his career's kind of on the downside. Do you think he puts over Okan, the Great Okan?
I think he will in the future, not at 1-4. I could be wrong. I think this is the hardest one to predict, but I feel like Tanahashi deserves one more big Wrestle Kingdom win. I think Tanahashi wins this, and I think Great Okan gets it back later. That's my prediction.
Khan kind of kicked him around a little bit in the tag league, so I'm thinking Hiroshi, Tanahashi gets the win on the one. But he's going to make this kid look like $1 million if he can. If Tanahashi can't make you look good, you got some problems.
Boom! You just want me to open up a can of worms, don't you? All right, next I think is going to be the match of the night. I'm looking forward to it the most.
I am definitely looking forward to this. It's Kazuchika Okada versus Will Ospreay. Will Ospreay's completely turned heel. He's leading his own faction, the Empire. He's been trying to get out of Okada's shadow. I'm looking at this, and it could almost be a pick'em, but I think I think maybe what I'm looking forward to more so than the match is what's going to happen after the match. And I don't mean like after the bell rings, is somebody going to jump somebody? No, I mean where are they going to go with these guys? Because somebody has to lose on this one, and I'm going to go. I'm going to say it's Will Ospreay, because if Will Ospreay doesn't beat Okada fair and square in that ring, fine. He beat him in the G1, but there's a lot of shenanigans on that. That was his heel turn. If he doesn't beat him, then what was the point? He's got to. I mean, you've got to give the Empire some credibility. And if we think that Okan is going to lose, then Will Ospreay has got to win. They've got 3 matches, and they cannot lose 2 or 3 matches. I think they have to win probably 2, and I think this is going to be one of the ones. I'm going to go with Ospreay.
I know this is going to sound weird, but this reminds me of AJ Styles versus Nakamura, where people are like, we don't care who wins. We just want to see a great match. I'm going to fall in love with this match. I'm going to love it. I'm going to be super excited. I hope it delivers up to the hype that a lot of people are putting on it. In Japanese media and Japanese blogs, they're predicting this is going to be match of the night, match of the Wrestle Kingdom. This is the match people are actually talking about. With that said, I don't know who's going to win. I honestly don't. But here's the thing. The most important thing.
Mm-hmm.
Whoever fucking loses, please don't do that bullshit where they have to fucking go down the fucking shithole. Because you've done it so many times that literally, if let's say Will Ospreay wins and Okada has to fucking get balloons and red hair and lose to everyone, we're just not going to watch anymore. And if Will Ospreay loses and then he fucking loses his shit and pouts and is like, oh, I can't fucking win anymore because I just had a match of the fucking century, we're not going to fucking watch. Just let these 2 men have a great fucking battle. One of them fucking win. Will Ospreay, I think, has way more to gain with a win. But whoever fucking loses, don't you fucking dare do the old I hit rock bottom bullshit.
Yeah,
Don't fucking do it.
Yeah, they go with that a little too much. Here's a bold prediction, too early prediction.
All right.
Loser of this match goes on to win the New Japan Cup.
Oh, it's not bad.
It's a bold prediction.
I think Will Ospreay wins, but I don't care who wins because I love them both, and I love Okada more than a straight man should. So I don't care who wins. I do care how they book the loser. I do not want to see Will Ospreay hit fucking rock bottom or Okada hit rock bottom. I do fucking not want to see that. Not one fucking bit. I don't want to fucking see it.
Well, maybe the loser gets a fire lit under him and they go off on a winning streak.
Holy shit, could you imagine the best wrestlers in the fucking world actually fucking winning wrestling matches? Holy fuck. I don't know if we're fucking ready for that, Boom Boom. But yeah, I think this is match of the night. I'm going to predict Will Ospreay. My brain says Will Ospreay. My heart says Okada. All right, main event time, sir.
Main event time. It's a double title match here. The heavy IWGP Intercontinental and Heavyweight Championships on the line. The double champion, Tetsuya 2 belts, Naito, taking on the challenger, Kota Ibushi. Now, Koco, I need you to explain something to me here. I admit that, I lost a little bit of track of New Japan. Now, I know Kota Ibushi won the G1 Climax.
Yeah.
He lost his briefcase in his title opportunity, and that's fine. I know that much. But why is he being granted a championship match if he lost his title opportunity?
Because no one booked the Tokyo Dome, and they decided the Tokyo Dome gave him a deal on the building because no one's booking it because of what's going on in the air. You mean storyline-wise? I don't know. But that's why. That's why. They basically said, hey, the Tokyo Dome's pretty cheap because we can't fucking rent it out to concerts. And they're like, all right. I mean, I don't know. I think Ibushi has to win, but Naito, I just wish they gave him the titles earlier. And they have to split up the titles or just get rid of the Intercontinental Champion. I think Ibushi has to win. The winner of this, I think, has to beat Jay White, but who knows? And the sad part is, Jay White has improved so much. But if the IWGP title means something to you, he's don't Cobra Kai this up. Don't Cobra Kai this up. But yeah, hopefully they split up the titles. I got Ibushi winning, but that's just me. Who do you got, brother?
When I look at this, I'm going to feel bad for either one because no matter who loses, I'm going to feel bad for that person. Like Naito, I think New Japan screwed the pooch on him early in his career. I mean, he was white hot. When you get a flame so hot it turns blue, that was Naito. And they didn't put the belt on, and when they were going to put the belt on him, they said no, we're gonna try to expand out west into the United States, so we're gonna put the belt on Kenny Omega, and then finally Naito, not only does he get his win, he gets double belts. He makes history, and then COVID hits, and then he just can't enjoy his title reign. He loses it to Evil, gets it back, and I mean, it's just been like, it's just like the guy cannot catch a break.
Yeah,
And then
that
you look,
sucks.
then you look over at Kota Ibushi. Ibushi goes to the G1 Climax, what the championship, three times, and a one where he loses. He wins it, then loses it, or no, he lost it, and then he wins it, and then he loses his opportunity, and it's just like, come on. I'm gonna feel bad for whoever loses this match, but I think no matter what, whoever wins, I think that, and I'm going to get into this in just a moment here, but I think they're going to tell the same story. I'm going to go with you. I'm going to go Kota Ibushi because I think maybe they'll give Naito a more proper championship reign maybe later down the road. But I think, that it seems to me like they've got everything set up to pull the trigger on Kota Ibushi and have one hell of a story with him.
Yeah, and yeah, I don't know. I agree. I feel bad for the loser. I do feel bad for Naito. Um, One of my some of my favorite memories is I got to book Naito as a young lion. Um, I fucking remember him in his match versus AJ. I just feel bad. And one of my favorite memories last year at Wrestle Kingdom was Okada fans going, "Where were you? Where were you? Oh, this is your moment, right? Where were you 3 4 years ago?" So Naito fans are a bunch of bandwagon fucking bastards, but yeah, he's one of the best wrestlers in the world. Father Time is catching up. Bad luck, bad booking is catching up to him, and yeah, it's I love him, but I think it's time, and hopefully he gets his shot. And last year at Wrestle Kingdom, it was his story. Now I think it's this year. It's a Bushi story.
All right, then that. Right. Now we're going to wrap up night one, then we go to the next night, night two, on January 5th. First, it's going to be the King of Pro Wrestling 2021 trophy match, which we talked about earlier. We don't know who's going to be in it, so we can't make a prediction. Then next, we're going to have Taiji Ishimori defended against the winner of the Takahashi El Phantasmo match. Now, let me ask you this. Do you think they would have Taiji Ishimori retain the championship to kind of maybe set it up to tell a story later on? Because here's this, whoever wins this is going to go through, whoever wins the previous match is going to go through the ringer. And then here you go, you have the champion, fresh as a daisy, and, the person who, wins is only going to have not even about 24 hours rest. And then there's Taiji Ishimori picking up the scraps. Now I know part of me thinks, well, maybe they're going to strap the rocket onto Takahashi, have him reclaim the championship, go to the top, or you think they're going to, just to kind of put that seed of doubt that whoever wins the heavyweight championship match is going to be able to successfully, defend, or well, basically whoever wins, they're going to have to fight twice. Can they maintain that? I don't know which way they're going to go with it.
The problem is Takahashi is the best story, but you can't have two fucking winners from the previous day win, even though both of those guys are the main story. And I don't think you should be booking the same two matches ever on the main card. But he's a genius. I think Takahashi is the story. The only way I think Ishimori wins is to throw off the fact that Ibushi is going to win. I don't think you can have your champions both lose to guys that won in a tournament. But I think Takahashi is the best story. I think Phantasmo is the underdog in this situation. He's the Chris Jericho, if anyone remembers the Undisputed Championship tournament. I don't know. If, and this is just me overthinking, Takahashi is the better story, but Ishimori protects Ibushi's win. So, and stop booking the same fucking thing for both. Stop. Anyway, my prediction is Takahashi just for the story. I think story beats overthinking, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Who you got?
Are they really gonna have? Are they really gonna have? All the champion. I know they've done this before. They've done this. I think they did this about 3-4 years ago, where they had all the championships change hands. You think they're gonna do that in this one?
It would be nice. I mean, it really would be nice. I don't think Jeff Cobb is gonna win, but I think it would be nice. It would be great storyline wise, and not that, but you're getting back the old grumpy Japan fan. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, let's say we're going up the card. Let's say Ibushi and Takahashi win, and Shingo wins.
Mm-hmm.
I think you get back the old grumpy fan. The old fan that says, no, we should have the best wrestlers as champs. And that's a market that people overlook because outside of me, who the fuck, the old grumpy Japanese fan just doesn't show up. You know what I mean? They don't have YouTube channels, So, I think it's best that all new title changes happen, but then again, it just seems kind of silly. But if you're gonna be silly, wouldn't it be at Wrestle Kingdom? If Miracle, so Takahashi is the better choice, but Ishimori could predict help Ibushi.
I'm going to go with Taichi Ishimori just because I feel like if they're going to have somebody retain, you know what? I don't know. I think Hiromu Takahashi is the more popular guy, and he's got he'll have challengers. He'll have plenty of challengers. So, you know what? I think I am going to change it. I'm going to go to Hiromu Takahashi to win it.
All right. Next is the Never Openweight Championship.
Yep, Shingo Takagi versus Jeff Cobb.
I think this might be a sleeper match that a lot of people ain't looking forward to. I love Shingo. I love Jeff Cobb. And I hope this is the stage that Jeff Cobb makes an appearance. He doesn't have to win, but just have that great Wrestle Kingdom match. I am super looking forward to this. I think Shingo wins, but I just want to see a great effing match. Your thoughts, Booms?
Oof, my prediction is pain, and I really do mean that this time. These two are going to hit hard. This is going to be a hoss battle. These guys aren't very tall, but they're stout, and they hit hard. Oof. You know what? I think I'm going to go with Cobb just because I feel like they're going to try to give the Empire a little bit more credibility. And what better way than by sticking their Never Openweight Championship on their new signee, Jeff Cobb? This is going to be painful. But I think it's going to be fun to watch. But I just hope it's not uncomfortable to watch because, one of the things I harp on, especially with New Japan, is, when it comes to doing, stunts and stuff in wrestling and being, stiff, I want to be concerned for the character, not the human being. And I got a feeling this may cross that line and go into where I'm concerned about the human being, which I'm hoping is not the case.
All right. Next match?
Next match here, I don't know if it's on the lineup on the card here, but I remember hearing about this one, and I've looked it up, and it is true here. Junior IWGP Junior Tag Team Championships on the line. You have Suzuki-gun, that's El Desperado and Kanemaru defending against Ryusuke Taguchi and Master Wato.
Just get rid of the titles.
I know. I mean, dude.
Give it to Suzuki-gun because they ain't going to be doing anything important. If you can, get rid of the titles. Just Suzuki-gun wins the titles and just throw them in the trash can.
Yeah, well, Suzuki-gun has the titles.
Oh, well, fucking still throw them in the trash can.
Yeah.
Gun to my head. I've never
I,
known who the IWGP Junior Tag Team titles are, ever.
I'm just
Like it
disappointed.
doesn't matter. I could be at Wrestle Kingdom in the Tokyo Dome and be like, yo, who's the IWGP Tag Team titles? Gun to my head. I'm like, yo, just pull the trigger, bro. Just pull the fucking trigger.
Yeah,
Just pull it.
I'm disappointed. I really am disappointed in the way that the
Just get
junior
rid of the
heavyweight division
titles.
went when Yo went down with that injury. It's like the whole damn division fell apart. Not because Yo was holding it up, but just because
They
if
at
you,
least had one team.
yeah, I mean, you have Suzuki Gun, you had Roppongi 3K, and then basically they were ping ponging the titles back and forth. And it's just like they had nobody to go to. I mean, it was like literally, it's been like, okay, who can we put Taguchi with to make a tag team? Okay, let's try Rocky Romero. Okay, we tried that. What about this kid Watto? Okay, let's put him together with him. And it's heartbreaking.
I'm
I've
gonna
been
be 100%
defending the.
honest. I got work. I'm returning back to work on the 5th. I'm fast forwarding this
Mhm,
match.
yeah,
100% honest. You can fucking call me out on it in a review. Because I'm not going to be
yeah,
watching it live. I'm fast forwarding this fucking match.
yeah. I've been a defender of the junior heavyweight tag team division, but after the past year, I'm just like, just do a title consolidation match, and when things improve, you start getting more junior heavyweight tag teams in, or if you want to work out some deals with ROH, with CMLL, with the UK, with Germany, whomever you're working with, if you want to work out some deals where you bring some tag teams in, you can always bring it back. But for right now, I would actually just say do a title consolidation match and just just because this is kind of embarrassing is when you think about it. I mean, it's just like how. I mean, I know these four guys. I mean, I'm happy. Don't get me wrong. I'm happy that all four of these guys are on Wrestle Kingdom on their card. I just hate it under these circumstances and in this type of situation where they're trying to make the best of a bad situation.
Yeah. Well, the good thing about it too is that yeah, there is no good thing. I tried to put a positive spin on this. I'm not gonna fucking lie. There's no
Mm-hmm.
good thing. Sorry. But I tried to put a positive spin, Boom. I honestly did. Sorry to let you down.
It's kind of
So
like, well, I mean, dude, I mean, like, this whole thing is kind of like, that dog you've had for the longest time. And then all of a sudden it's just like, he's just, lethargic, and maybe he's going blind. He's kind of limping a little bit. You don't want to do it, but you're going to have to just do the humane thing and put him down. So that's how I kind of view the junior tag division.
let's go to a real match.
Yeah, next we got, wow, you just chuckled at that one. That's kind of scary. Um, Next, we got former tag team partners going at it tooth and nail. We have SANADA versus Evil. Coco,
Do you want me
can
to
I
go
just say,
first, or you want to go
let
first?
me, yeah, let me go first
All
on
right.
this one. Can I just say that both of these guys have pissed me off?
All right, go.
Not because they've done anything wrong. It's just I think these two could do better.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, Evil. He turns heel. Then they put him with Bullet Club of all things, and I was like, dude, you don't
It
need to
was
put him with
always
Bullet.
planned out. Storytelling.
You could have done the whole Dick Togo thing and had him be by himself, and I think it would have worked out a little bit better. But then I mean, he beats Naito via shenanigans, defends it, I think one time against Hiromu Takahashi, and then he just kind of, he loses it again. He has an okay G1. And then Sonata, God bless him. I want this guy to be a main eventer. I want him to be a star. Hell, I'd love to see him be the champion, but for whatever reason, he just can't get over that last hurdle. He
Yeah.
just can't quite. I mean, he's good. I mean, it's just like he looks great in a suit. He can go in the ring. But for whatever reason, he's just missing that last piece of the puzzle that's going to take him over that hump and into superstardom. And neither one of these guys have been able to do it. Maybe there's just something missing, and they need to put it together. I'm hoping these two get a conclusive end, to their feud here. Um, I, I don't know. I'm kind of flabbergasted by these two. It's like I had high hopes for them when they went off on singles runs. I was like, okay, here we go, and I'm like, ooh, maybe they went too soon on these guys, or because there's just something missing. As far as prediction goes, I don't know. I mean, do you have Sonata win and finally, get the one up over his former tag team partner, or do you kind of double down? You beat Evil, or have Evil beat Sonata, and then just have him, kind of rebuild up his credibility, build him back up as a legitimate threat. I don't know which way they're going to go with it. So to me, this is a pick 'em, but I'm just going to go flip a coin and go with Sonata. But there is one thing I want Sonata to change in 2021, and that is his finisher. I do like the skull end. I just don't like how he applies it. Can I just, sorry, Dave, I don't mean to go on a tirade
No
here,
worries.
a little bit of a diatribe, but here's what drives me crazy about the skull end. It's supposed to be a dragon sleeper. It's supposed to be something where you wear your opponent down, they kind of asleep, and it sets him up for that moonsault, which is the second part of his finisher. I love the two-part finisher with him. It kind of separates him, makes him a little bit unique. But what I can't stand about the skull end is once he gets the hooks in and he lays back, he's got his bicep tricep area on his opponent's forehead and is yanking him back. And it's like, dude, that's not restricting his airway at all. That's not even like extending his neck like a submission hold. But yet the guy in the hold is selling it like a sleeper. And I'm like, dude, if you would just tuck up on it a little bit, where you actually have like your arm actually covering the guy's neck, make it look like you're fucking choking him or restricting his airway or his blood flow to the carotid artery, I promise you it would be so much better, so much more believable. But I'm sorry, that just drives me crazy that he doesn't get any part of his body anywhere near their neck on that one, but yet the opponent sells it like it's a sleeper.
Yeah, it's rough. Um, this is what the IC title's for. Just separate the IC title and give it to one of these fuckers. Second off, if you just gotta go and be like, listen, dude, one of you motherfuckers are going to the main event, and it doesn't matter who wins or loses. It's by performance. One of you are going to the main event, and one of you are going to be forgotten about. Go out there and fucking earn your goddamn main event spot. Um, I think Sanada should win. I've been a big fan of him since Wrestle 1. He's Muda's chosen one. I do think he needs a better finisher, but you could sell anything, I guess, and people will accept it because it's New Japan, sadly. Um, yeah, they have to have a great fucking showing. If this is an average match, or if this isn't a great match, forget it. And if Sonata doesn't win, just send him back to Wrestle One or Noah or fucking TNA. Um, yeah, I just think these are two guys that are lost and they need to be found. And if Sonata's going to be a main eventer, he has to win here.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, because even if he doesn't win here, okay, what? He's going to go to the G1 and beat Okada, and maybe he wins the G1, but then I don't know. I think Sonata has to win. I just hope we're going into this a little bit negative. I'm hoping that they fucking do something to change our old grumpy asses. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I think Sonata has to win, or his career is pretty much mid card for life. And I think,
And I don't want to see that happen too, because I think he's a good guy. I know I've been slamming his finishing move, but I really do think he's a great athlete. I think I wouldn't be this upset if I didn't think he could do it. If I didn't think he could clear that hurdle and be basically taken seriously as maybe like a contender for the IWGP Heavyweight Championship, I would not be seeing any of this. But I think he can do it.
yeah. And he shows signs of brilliance, and he's been the chosen one for a long time. And you can only be the chosen one for so long. I don't know, someone's giggling Jeff Jarrett. But you can only be the chosen one so long when you're just not the one. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? You can't be the chosen one for 50 years. You're not Jeff Jarrett. But yeah, I think Sonata has to win. All right, main event.
All right, we got the winner of the previous match versus Jay White, who won he defeated Kota Ibushi in a singles match via feet on the ropes, and Ibushi became the first person to lose their title opportunity in a contract defense match. So what I think this, I'm going to kind of go back to something that I said earlier about night one, is I think the story is going to be Naito or Ibushi, whoever it's going to be. I think we both picked Ibushi here, but it could be either one of these guys. We could be completely wrong, but I think the story, no matter what, is going to be the first two guys, whoever's going to come out is going to basically go through hell that first night. They're going to go through hell. They're going to beat the shit out of each other. I would say that match, first night goes no less than 30 minutes. I think it goes over 30. And they're going to go through the ringer. They're going to get the hell beat out of them. And then here comes Jay White smiling. He's going to come out. He's got his briefcase. He got a good night's sleep the other night. He squeezed in a little bit of a workout this morning. And he's going to be licking his lips because he's going to be waiting to pick up the scraps of whatever's left of the challenger in front of him. He's like, I've got this. I've got this contract. I've got this dual championship in the bank. I mean, all I've got to do is just wear them down a little bit. They're already beat up. Play with them a little bit. Hit the Blade Runner. I'm a champion. And so the good guy, whoever he faces, is still, doesn't matter who it is. They're gonna have to basically, here's these impossible odds they're gonna have to overcome, and they have to do it. And I think you're gonna end it with a feel-good moment.
All right, Boom Boom, are you sitting down?
I'm sitting down. I'm strapped down. Should I buckle my seatbelt?
Yeah. If the IWGP title mattered,
Mm-hmm.
Jay White should win it tonight. But the IWGP title doesn't matter because you gave it to Evil and you already gave it to Jay White. It doesn't fucking matter. Dude, if you never gave fucking Jay White the IWGP title, which was on record, Boom Boom, I'm against.
Mm-hmm.
If you never gave him the fucking title, this is his night. He's earned it. But the problem is, you gave it to him before he earned it. And now, no one gives a fuck except, I'm quoting iJapan, fat girls and white knights. That's all that fucking cares. All right?
First of all, tell iJapan, I love you, man. Don't ever change.
All right, so this would have been his night. He never has the fucking title. He's in the best shape of his life. He had 3 or 4 fucking amazing matches. This is his night to win the fucking title. Problem. You already gave him the title. Evil's already had the title. When you pass around the title like candy, you don't really get it when it matters. So now, if Jay White wins, alright, wake me up when a real champ's there. He could have fucking won it tonight. He would have never... Think about it. We go into this, be like, oh, fucking Jay White's never won it. There's had a couple matches, so the super fucking nerd fans that care about the IWGP title's like, dude, he could win it. He's fucking deserve it. He keeps up the fucking heel shit. He wins the fucking briefcase. He's like, fuck yeah. You know what I mean? He is the fucking man to pull up the greatest fucking upset. Wrestle Kingdom 15 goes off the air. Fucking, he earned the title. It's a shock. It's amazing. But no, we already gave it to him.
Can I bring the air freshener?
I think Ibushi has to win for people to care again. Naito has his fan base, but they'll be with him through thick and thin. Ibushi, what's the point if he doesn't win it now? Jay White, congratulations, you've already been IWGP champ. You could have left with the white knights and fat girls going, you did it, fuck yeah! Fucking super angry nerds going, you know what? That motherfucker deserves it. And the rest of the world being fucking shocked. Do you remember when Chris Jericho won the Universal Champs? Do you remember when Ron Simmons beat Big Van Vader? You could have had that moment, Jay White. You could have had that fucking moment. But instead, you fucking got the title when you weren't worthy. Long-term booking. Long-term booking. I think Ibushi has to win for the storyline wise. I think the other guy. I think Ibushi loses way too much. The story loses too much. It's not a feel good. And Jay White ruining the evening. He does that every night. That's why it's not special. It's not special. So all those people that are like, you fucking hate Jay White. No, I hate giving away the fucking title like it's goddamn candy. Dave Koco on 1/4/2021 says Jay White deserves the title. But it's too late. It's too fucking late. Oh, but he's a pencil on the title like it's candy. Fucking every February. Booms. Spoiler. You win the title in February. No one sees it fucking coming. Way to go. Fucking hey, is there anything worse than being in old school New Japan and fucking February hits? Let's just go. Who's going to win the title? Let's think of the worst possible person to win the title in fucking February. Who's it going to be? Fucking Yoshihashi. I'm calling my shot right now. Yoshihashi wins the title in February. Fuck it. What does it matter? Yeah. So, I'm not always an asshole. Not always an asshole. Sometimes you fucking deserve the title. Jay White. If you didn't win the title, you deserved it tonight. But now, you know, who knew that you fucking being an IWGP champ and Super Nerd would fucking feel bad for you? Yeah. My prediction's Ibushi.
Yeah, people basically call me an asshole when I said I think Jay White was a bad IWGP Heavyweight Champion. They're like, why? And I was like, dude, he's got no place to go now. Yep. He's got absolutely no place to go.
And could you think about the fucking reaction? Listen, Jay White might win this title. And, you know, Japan's quote will be happy. The rest of the world won't give a shit. But if you just fucking waited, long-term booking, you know, think about it. You could have a great fucking moment, Jay White. But no, you don't. What are you going to do? You going to win the fucking title? Cool, man. Call me when your title reign's over. So, there you go. Yeah, Jay White deserves it. But it sucks because what does it fucking matter? You know what I mean? You know what it is? It's like getting a fucking PhD, then going to community college and being like, yeah, you fucking got a 2-year degree. It's fucking over. What does it matter? You know what I mean? It's fucking over. So, yeah. Ibushi's the better story. It's the feel-good story. Naito, I think, is going to be Naito no matter what. So, yeah. I guess percentage-wise, I'd go 70% Ibushi, 15-15 Naito and Jay White. Booms, your prediction?
You know, I'm going to go with Ibushi all the way here. I'm just hoping it's a good night. Because I really felt like, you know, after the year we've all had, I really would like to see some feel-good stuff to kind of like just give like the fans a thank you for sticking by us. I mean, because New Japan started running shows again. They told the fans, okay, we're going to space you out, and please don't cheer or boo. And to their credit, they didn't. They clapped. I mean, during the G1, you know, they were clapping. You know, they were stomping their feet, but they weren't cheering and yelling. They were wearing masks. They were doing everything they were supposed to be doing. And I kind of wish, and I'm thinking they will, but I'm hoping New Japan goes, you know what, it's been a shitty year. These fans stuck by us in these trying circumstances. They're keeping us afloat. They've done everything we've asked them to do. Let's just kind of give them a thank you.
Yeah, and I agree with that 110%. Like, comment, subscribe. Boom, boom. Oh, hopefully you in Alabama, hopefully me going part-time, will be able to make more content. We're not what we used to be, but we're still rocking. I feel like we're the Tanahashi of YouTube podcasters. We're trying our best. Maybe that's not fair. Maybe we're Suzuki-gun. Anyway, yeah. Booms, you got anything to say before we let this go, brother?
Everybody take care of yourselves. Just it's been a rough year, but you know what? It's now 2021. We got 2020 behind us. 2020 is actually hindsight now. Um, just make a resolution to be the best you that you can be. And we're going to get through this. I mean, we've got a light at the end of the tunnel here. It's getting a little bit bigger and a little bit bigger every day. So just stay course, guys. Hang in there.
All right, like, comment, subscribe. Check out DaveCoco.com. I write books on Amazon, and I also stream on Twitch, Coco Sports. I love you guys with all my heart. And if you watch this before we go live, we'll be watching with Scrub in Japan on twitch.tv Scrub in Japan. If not, go check them out anyway. I'm hoping to make a lot more content. I'm a little rusty. I'm not gonna lie to you, but yeah, I miss it. I wanna find my smile again. Boom Boom, I love you, brother. Happy New Year, and make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and also ring that fucking bell because we stopped making content, so that means not a lot of people are getting our content. All right, Booms, I love you, brother. And with that, I am over. Hey, ba-dum, bum.